Green sanctuary for me means that a congregation has made a commitment to really look at ourselves as a community and hold ourselves up to living our values. And for me, that's what being a UU is about. It's not just about having these ideals. It's about how do we live them, not only in our individual lives, but in our congregational life and out in the larger world.
There were a lot of really good activities related to Earth and Climate Justice Month, and the one particular one that I was leading was the Drawdown Eco Challenge, which was a 3-week challenge to individuals and groups to take action on climate change.
The Eco Challenge I thought was really cool because it was a bunch of small actions, the things that you might already do or it's easy to do, but you could see, I love to see the impact that everyone was having. Like you could see the stats, it was like 14,000 people are saving plastic from going to trash today and stuff like that. One thing that I did was started a compost bin, which was really cool, because it was so easy. I was like, why didn't we do this before? Like there's so many food scraps and things we put in the trash that's so easy to just put in a compost bucket. So I'm definitely gonna keep doing that.
So we did use the Justice on Earth Common Read as one of our Chalice Circle meetings. So the staying in it for the long haul, really kind of building the relationship with a community and continuing to work through things that may be difficult really stuck with me. Can I talk about one other thing that stuck is really the impact, how the impact of what's happening with climate change really does hit people of less means greater. It has greater impact, and so that really has stuck with me too. And that's something I think I've been gradually becoming more aware of here in North Carolina in particular, just with some of the weather events that we've had since we've been here. But the book, I think, really encapsulated it nicely.
I'll tell you one of the main idea that we took, and that was intersectionality. And it's interesting because I'm seeing that term a lot now in the press, and I find it fascinating that anytime you recognize a word, you begin to see it, and it's not because it's just appearing, it's because you haven't been seeing it before. One of the essays mentioned the fact that UUs are known as the people who show up, and Reverend Barber is cited in that volume with Moral Mondays, and of course E-Ruffians show up for Moral Mondays. That's been one of I'm relatively new here, just 3 years, and that's been one of the most meaningful things to me, to participate in the Moral Mondays and of course the marches. Yes, and we at ERUF do show up.
And we were fortunate again this year to have Howard Jacobson, who's a well-known author and has a company that is basically showing people the path to how to make this big behavioral change of switching to a more plant-based diet. And I was so impressed with just the practicality of, it comes down to sort of motivational interviewing, not talking at somebody and saying, you need to do this and this because this and this. It's like getting them to speak. Why do I want to make this change? Why is it important to me?
I was fortunate enough to participate in the plant-based section of the program. Again, I said it was very beneficial to me. I have been a vegan for a number of years, but not a healthy vegan. So as a result, I had a terminal illness, and It went away by going on a strict plant-based diet.
Citizens Climate Lobby, yes, one of my favorite organizations. It's a national organization that's dedicated to having national solutions to address climate change. And right now they have a very specific bill in Congress to do that. Some of the actions that Eruffians can take are, it's all about raising political will as far as Citizens Climate Lobby is concerned. And how do you raise political will? Well, you communicate to your congressperson, that's one way, by calling, writing, emailing, showing up at town halls and raising questions about the issues that are important to you, those kinds of things. But you also can write op-eds or letters to the editor.
At the Sustainability Fair, the speaker I found the most exciting was the woman from the Durham recycling program. One thing I did learn new from Muriel was all the composting Durham is doing, and the fact that she sees that as a major focus and direction to go. And that was really exciting to me, because I take part in Compost Now. And that's a spiritual practice for me, really, not throwing away food. That's just kind of so intrinsic to my being, I don't think of it.
It wasn't that I was learning new stuff so much, only because I'm taking an AP environmental class in school right now. And it was really cool actually to hear all these terms that I'm learning in school applied in like the talks like at the Sustainable Living Fair yesterday. It was kind of funny. We were sharing ways or obstacles for not buying an electric car. Like, I don't have an income yet, so I was like, well, can't do that. But just kind of like having those things on the horizon, like once I have more independence, like how I can be more sustainable in the ways that I live, and then also ways that I can help now. Even, it doesn't take much.
I didn't mention before, but I was at the Sustainable Living Fair yesterday and was really impressed by the quality of the speakers who were there. The presentations were not only really informative, but also fun. I mean, there were people that were just really good presenters that talked. So I thought that was an excellent, and I think we hit on a lot of different areas, so people could find something that they were interested in and participating in. I hope we do it again next year, and bigger and better.